Hey guys, it's Leash. Listen, I mean, many people have exhausted this whole conversation, but I was like, I gotta talk about this. So, this Cracker Barrel logo situation, y'all. I mean, really? Like, are we really that stressed out and pissed that the logo was changed, but now it's been reversed, apparently? But here's my thing about this whole thing. How many people that were complaining about this logo change have been to Cracker Barrel, live near a Cracker Barrel, and are continuing to go to Cracker Barrel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you always at Cracker Barrel? Like, are you like the number one patron at Cracker Barrel? You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Um, it's just strange to me. Like, this is the hill you're willing to die on. The Cracker Barrel logo change.
It's because people just want something to complain about. They're not actually eating at Cracker Barrel like that. It doesn't matter what the logo is. Is the food like, do you like the food or not? Do you like the food? I don't give a damn what the logo is. But we gonna get into it. I'm gonna let her rock out a little bit more. Um, let's see what she got to say.
What? Um, it's just weird. It's weird, and it would be one thing. Like, hear me out. Like, it would also be something to argue if you had stake in the Cracker Barrel logo situation, right? Or if you were an owner of Cracker Barrel and you weren't alerted of the change in the logo, right? Like, we don't get upset when other franchises change their logos, right? Like, I even remember when, who was that? Is that Coke? Is that Coke that changed their name of their, no, it was Pepsi. So Pepsi at one point had Sierra Mist, and they changed to this new drink called Starry. Is that what it's called? Who was out here losing their shit over Starry? Like, please send them to me because I need to talk to you about. Like,
There was nobody losing their shit. And the reason why is because a lot of these things are political in nature. People don't give a damn about the logo of a restaurant. They don't give a damn about the logo of a store. Nobody's really fighting like that over the logo of a store unless it's political. This is political. That's why you saw Donald Trump coming out saying that they need to change it back and they've made a bad decision. You have other people coming out saying they're not going to go to Cracker Barrel anymore. And the reason why, if you look into the history of it, is because there was some racism involved in that logo. And right now the people that don't really go to Cracker Barrel, the people that are just complaining about this situation, they believe that their history is being taken because they were able to, I guess, kind of have this attachment to the logo in a way that I didn't even understand. I looked into it a little bit. I guess there's some racism involved in the logo with the white dude on there and just the name Cracker Barrel and stuff. Like, there's a lot of things that are attached to it, and we have to understand most of this is nonsense. People don't care about this logo. They're just looking for a reason to complain. Most of these people don't even eat at Cracker Barrel. But it's cool to be a part of something. It's cool to feel like you have power. It's cool to be like, no, the logo. Oh my God. What is that? Do you like the food? Let's hear what she's saying, bro.
what was so upsetting that Sierra Mist name changed to Starry and the whole logo changed? Like, everything, branding was a whole different thing. You know, what is upsetting you? Like, let's really get down to the get down. Like, is it like what is really grinding your gears about this whole logo change? Because I'm assuming it's because it's upholding, the ideologies around white supremacy. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. But if it's something different, let me know in the comments. Like, what is really pissing people off?
And I think that that's it as well. And this is my biggest criticism of Republicans and conservatives. On one hand, I don't think that Republicans and conservatives are inherently racist. I don't think that a majority of them intend to be racist or are racist. I do think that labeling them as racist has been overused and it no longer means anything, and it's really diluted what racism has historically been known as. But what I will say is that when there's opportunities like this where it's like we understand that there is a racist past, there's racist ties to it, and you fight so hard to keep it, the question then becomes why? Why do you want to uphold that? Why do you want to keep that? Right? Because y'all will be the first one to get on here and talk about transgender people, and we don't want them in the schools, and we don't want boy and girl bathrooms where it's like you can go in this bathroom and that bathroom and all of this symbolism. We don't want people burning the flag because it means this and that. But it's very interesting that when it comes to things where it's like, you know, it could be an easy win for you. Like, oh, okay, there has a racist. That why do y'all stand up for it so much? That's what I never understood. Why do y'all stand up for it so much? And it's very interesting because this was really exposed to me because I watched Ben Shapiro, right? But when all this stuff started happening with Israel and it became a little bit more mainstream, it was interesting to see how hard he stood up for Israel. But then he has no problem talking about the black community. But when people from the black community stand up for the black community as hard as he does for Israel, he says that they're not, you know, facts don't care about your feelings and you're emotional and stuff like that. So what I'm learning is that, you know, most of these commentators, they're not talking about the truth. They're talking about their version of the truth. They have their things and they don't actually believe some of what they're saying. They don't believe some of what they're saying. You know, like she said, you're willing to die on a hill over a logo, but then at the same time, when people are telling you, oh, here's the reason why they changed it and stuff like that, you're like, no, you're taking away our history. This is the same thing that they would do with the Confederate flag. We understand that it was a symbol of racism for a certain time, but then there's people where it's like, oh, you're taking away our history, you're doing this and you're doing that, and many of them don't even have the Confederate history. It's like these are just random people that are like, oh, keep the flag and stuff like that. It's very interesting to watch. It's very interesting to watch people backtrack and go back on the things that they say they believe in. So now Republicans, now conservatives are the one acting woke against companies. Now conservatives are the one applying pressure and being like, oh, if you do this, we not going to go eat there. But just 2 years ago, we need to not do that. Stop being woke. Stop putting pressure on these companies to literally just conform. But what did y'all just make Cracker Barrel do? What did conservatives and Republicans just make Cracker Barrel do? They went as far as creating a new logo, releasing it, and then they changed it back to the old one because y'all acted woke. Republicans are acting woke, and I think you're going to see them start to act woke even more. They're starting to act woke. They are going along with whatever Donald Trump says. He has just tried to sign an executive order banning flag burning, and they're just okay with him trying to take away a First Amendment right because it's him. And that's what I will not tolerate is just I guess the disingenuous nature of saying you stand up for the Constitution, you're for the Constitution, unless it's something that you agree with. So you don't believe in the Constitution, really. It's just that Democrats were doing something you didn't like and you wanted to use the Constitution as a means to say, let's not do that. But now it's something you like. Damn the Constitution, right? Damn being woke. We woke now. So Republicans, I don't think this is a good hill to die on. I don't think this is a good path to go down, start acting woke. This is why you got the votes that you did in the 2024 election, is because y'all were not the party of woke. Y'all were not the party of censorship, but you start acting like the lefties acted, right? You're going to lose the people that came over to the side of what they thought was getting America back on track. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video. My name is Fitz.